Hey guys, we are back and today I'm doing a completely different video. Well, not completely different, but like a different video from my usual vlogs. I am doing kind of a Q&A about living in Hawaii, going to the University of Hawaii at Manoa, and kind of questions around that topic. So yeah, if you guys don't know me, my name is Hannah. I am originally from California and right now I am living on Oahu, and I am currently a freshman at the University of Hawaii in Manoa, or at Manoa. But yeah, let's get started with the questions. Okay, so the first question I'm going to do is GPA, application letter, process of getting in, acceptance rates, and like all of that stuff. So overall, I feel like compared to most colleges, Hawaii is pretty easy to get into. If you have a decent application and a decent GPA, then you're most likely going to get into, because I think the acceptance rate is 81 or like 84%. That's pretty high compared to a lot of other places. My GPA was unweighted 3.8 or 3.9, I think, and then weighted 4.4. I'm trying to remember my application letter, but it was pretty easy. You just fill out all of the necessary information like any other application. I think it had like a couple of questions. I want to say like 3 questions or like maybe 1 essay. I never was super nervous that I wasn't gonna get in, but then my friend got her acceptance letter in December of last year, or 2 years ago maybe it was. Yeah, 2 years ago, and then it was like a month after that, January, and I still hadn't gotten mine. Everyone's is gonna be different, but yeah. So overall, it's a pretty easy school to get into, so yeah. Okay, for the second question, I'm gonna do like moving away from home. Was it like scary moving so far away, and like moving in the process of like coming here and stuff. No matter where you're from, it's gonna be a far move because you're moving onto an island. In the beginning, I wasn't like super scared about it or anything, but then once like time started to get closer and like everything felt like it was moving so fast, and I realized, and I was like, wow, like this is actually like really far away from home. Like you definitely can't just drive home whenever you want to. Like you got to get on a plane. It's a whole process. And I'm really close to my family, so it was definitely a little bit scary going away. But I feel like everyone has to adjust when you're coming to college, and it's just something you have to get used to, like as if you were going to college anywhere else. It's just a little bigger of a step. Everyone's going through the same thing, and like everyone understands. You can always call your family, talk to them, yeah. And then moving in was kind of a process too. I literally brought 6 suitcases over here. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. It feels so surreal, like moving in here, and then when my parents left, like super crazy to finally be on your own. You're moving away from home and it's new and it's crazy, but yeah, you eventually do get used to it, and you have your roommates and your friends, so it makes it a little more manageable. Okay, question 3. Do you get island fever? Because I know this is a question I had. So it is now 2nd semester, but 1st semester, I wouldn't say I had island fever, but it's just such an adjustment. You miss your family a lot, you miss your friends back home, you just miss that feeling of like home. I don't think I necessarily had island fever, like being here, but it was just like missing your family, being so far away from home. And I feel like island fever is more like getting bored like on the island, but I don't think I've ever necessarily like bored or anything. I feel like we always find something to do, whether it's going to the beach, to going and just hanging out with friends, going shopping, yada yada yada. So yeah, I have personally never really had island fever, but if you're talking about like missing home, definitely everyone like misses home. Okay, question 4. How many hours of classes do you have a week? So I feel like this question can definitely vary like from person to person, because everyone's going to be taking a different amount of classes. 1st semester, which was last semester, I was enrolled in 6 classes, and I want to say it was all online last semester because of like COVID and everything. I want to say I maybe had like 12 to 15 hours of class a week, and that was like actual class time, not like counting any like additional work I did, like homework. But this semester I am only enrolled in 5 classes, and a lot of them are like optional. They're just like lectures, so I don't necessarily like need to go to them. But I'm gonna say that this semester I probably have around like 10 to 12 hours of class, and then an additional like me just doing homework, maybe 2-3 hours. Overall, this question is definitely just gonna like vary from person to person because it depends on how many classes you want to take. Some of my friends are enrolled in 2 classes, some of my friends are enrolled in 7 classes. Like ultimately like your choice how many classes you want. It's ultimately your choice how many classes you want to take. So yeah. Okay, question 6, current COVID restrictions in school and just living in Hawaii overall. Hawaii is on the more strict side with all their restrictions. They've definitely kept cases down and their numbers like low. Right now, I'd say probably like half of the courses are online and the other half are in person. Like there's always that option to take online courses if that's just what you prefer. But I am in 4 in-person classes right now and 1 online class. To come onto campus, you do need to be vaccinated and show your like app and your check every day when coming onto campus. You have to wear a mask. So that's basically it for like going to school here, I think. But like also living in Hawaii, when you go and eat places, a lot of restaurants, if you want to sit down and eat, require a vaccination record, masks everywhere, just yeah. So those are basically the current restrictions, and it's February 2022. Question 7, I think this is. Oh, finding roommates in your living situation. So right now I'm a freshman, but I do not live in the dorms. I live in an apartment complex, like I was saying, that's pretty close to the school. Like I just walked my classes. So I chose to live in the apartments because I just know a lot of people who didn't have super positive living experiences in the dorms, and my parents really like the idea of the apartment. It's close, it's safe, it's a little bit nicer, cleaner, and it does even out to like pretty similar costs. I'm overall really happy with my decision in living in the apartment complex over the dorms, but I do know a lot of people who do like live in the dorms and have a positive experience as well. I just really can't give my opinion on that because I've never like lived there. But so how did I find my roommates? Basically, I think people do this for like every new incoming year. There was like a Manoa 2025, I think that's when I graduate, I don't know. Essentially there's one of those pages. So then everyone basically would like send in your information and some pictures, and then the account would like post you, and it was a way to like meet other people and see who else was going there and just like kind of get to know some people through that. And so that's actually how I found my roommates. They had like posted that they were looking for one more person, so they looked like the coolest people ever, and so I slid up and I was like, yo, are you guys still looking for someone? Like I'd definitely be interested in rooming with you guys if you're still looking for someone. And they were. Ended up just working out super well. Like I love my roommates right now. I could not have asked for better roommates, TBH. And so yeah, question 8 I'm gonna say, but it is going to be cost of living there and expenses. This is a loaded question. Living in Hawaii is very expensive, like just overall, groceries, everything, just literally everything. And it's hard like trying to budget. I feel like since I've lived here, like I've definitely gotten better. It's taught me save my money more, kind of like really think about purchases when I'm buying things, not just like carelessly spend money because it's expensive. That one kind of leads into question 9, which I'm gonna do like the transportation situation, car, moped, bus. Yeah, okay. So first semester I did not really have any way of transportation at all whatsoever, so I lived off of the bus. Like when you go to UH you get a free bus pass, and so I lived off that shit. Like I would take the bus everywhere. After like a couple months it does get pretty old, and it's not, you can't rely on the bus. Like if you need to be somewhere on or at a timely manner, you can't rely on that. But it was definitely really nice. I did like get stuff out of it for the first semester, but then kind of when I came back after break, I was like, okay, I'm ready for a way of transportation. Disclaimer, not a bunch of people have cars here, and so everyone is always like scattering around to like, hey yo, can you drive? Like the 3 people that have a car always end up driving. So finding rides is definitely really hard here. And so with that, and then me just being fed up with the bus, I was like, time for me to do something else. When I got back in January, I bought a moped, and it is literally the best purchase of my life. Really scary making a big investment like that, but I have not one regret. It is so convenient, like going to the grocery store, going to the beach, going to school if I'm like running late and don't want to walk. Like it is seriously the best investment ever. I definitely recommend one, and it's just so much fun. Like just like going to the beach with all your friends on the moped, 10 out of 10, recommend. The next question I'm gonna do is, I think this is 9 or 10. I'm just not gonna even count because I'm losing track. Is University of Hawaii at Manoa a typical college experience, like in friends, social life, parties, yada yada yada? I feel like this is kind of like a loaded question too, but I'm just gonna kind of share my own experiences. I'm not gonna lie, last semester was kind of rough, like making friends and meeting people. A lot of people have that too, like especially moving somewhere new, it's hard meeting new people. So I think it's definitely an adjustment, kind of as if you were going to school anywhere. Also, if you do come here and you are not finding like your group of people immediately, you can't expect that you're just gonna get here and find people that you immediately get with. If you do, that is great. I am so happy for you. But find the people who you truly are meant to be friends with. Like don't push friendships that aren't gonna better yourself or who don't make you feel good about yourself. Yeah. Everything will come in a timely manner. Just be happy. The next question is going to be, how do you balance school and living in Hawaii? So a lot of my friends always ask me, they're like, literally, how do you still get like good grades when you like live in Hawaii? So this is just my experience. People can have like totally different experiences, but Hawaii is not your typical like college experience. Like it's not doing schoolwork in class through the day and then partying and going and doing crazy things at night. It's kind of the opposite. Wake up, have my classes super early, work out, whatever. Like 11, we start like doing things. Like we go to the beach, we go for hikes, we just go up north. Like we just go and do a bunch of stuff during the day. So our day is over by like 5, 6 o'clock. We get home and everyone's just like so tired from like doing things all day. The day kind of starts to wind down around then, and so then you have time to like just do your homework, catch up on any schoolwork, shower, relax. Nights are kind of just like calm. Like there's not really a bunch of like nightlife either, unless it's like a weekend. And so honestly that aspect I kind of like, because like I feel like if we were doing things through the day and then there was also a bunch going on at night, it would be super hard to like balance everything. But I'm honestly kind of thankful. It's like we're just go during the day, and then at night we kind of have some time to just catch up on schoolwork and wind down and relax, go to bed early, wake up early, and do it like all again. So yeah, that kind of meshes into the next question of, is it like, oh wait, did I talk about that? I just have some more points that I want to add about University of Hawaii being like a typical like college experience. It is definitely not your typical college experience, and I don't really know how to like say this, but anyone who goes here will definitely understand. Like it's not like super crazy parties. There are those groups of people who you can find that are like going out every night and doing a bunch of stuff, so it's kind of just like the people you surround yourself with, but that is like not the main focus of like the school here. This sounds so like gross and ugly and cliche to say, but it does like take a certain type of person to like love going to school here. I feel like that person is someone who can just be okay with just being at the beach and not always doing something, because there's not always going to be something like going on here. Okay, this question is, do you think you'll stay here for all of your college years, or will you transfer? But right now it is just my second semester of my freshman year, and so far like I love it. Like I can even see myself like living here in the future. Who knows? I don't want to like jump to any crazy like conclusions or anything, but talking in a more general sense, I do know a lot of people who only do like 1 year here or 2 years even here and then transfer to a different school after, because just kind of the opportunities, jobs in future are just more limited here, since you kind of are like on an island, a little more secluded from the mainland. I do know a lot of people who just come here for 1 year just to experience like college in Hawaii, which is super cool too, like whatever works out for you. So it kind of just also depends on the type of person you are and how you like it. I know a lot of people who just like try it out for 1 year, and if they like it or love it, great, they stay here, and if they don't, transfer to another college. Amount of time you stay here just kind of depends on whatever works best for you. Okay, this question I'm gonna kind of like mesh into two. So it was, do you really go to the beach every day, and what does your typical like day and then night look like in comparison to each other? I'd probably go to the beach like almost every single day. I'd probably say like 6 out of 7 days in the week. Sometimes we go to the beach 2 times, morning, night. I don't know, it just kind of depends on the day. So my day typically looks like wake up early, gym maybe, do my classes, and then right after that, that's when like the majority of my friends, that's when their classes go till 2, so it works out perfectly. We'll go to the beach, maybe go get food, go on a hike, just go kind of hang out at home kind of around like 4 or 5, I want to say. That's kind of like a Monday through a Sunday through a Thursday maybe. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, those days kind of look like we usually wake up early again, hiking, diving, beach, just going and like having fun. I don't know. Usually since we get an earlier start on like Fridays and Saturdays, we'll be back home by like 3, 4, and then we can chill and usually just kind of like hang out until what's going on at night. Either be a party or like people will like go to clubs. There's not like a bunch of clubs, but some people will go to club. Sometimes there's like house parties or like kickbacks. It's just kind of like whatever's like going on. Or if we're just so tired from the day, like once again, we'll just chill, go watch a movie, hang out with friends, spend some quality time together. I feel like since we're so busy during the day, no one's looking for that crazy like fill to go do something super fun at night, because we're having a bunch of fun during the day. So there's not that need to like do something crazy at night. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but I don't know. Overall, I am so happy with my decision of coming and living here. If you would have asked me this question last semester, it definitely would have been a lot different, because the adjustment on me was just very difficult. But I think it just takes time to adjust, so you have to kind of give yourself that time and allow yourself to just be okay with maybe being by yourself. I have known for so long that just like I've wanted to live in Hawaii and at least try it out, and I am so happy with my decision. I love UH. The school is beautiful, the education's good. I'm getting an education and living in Hawaii. Like, I can't really complain. And the last question I'm gonna do is kind of like what I wish I knew, like a couple things I wish I knew before coming here. Number 1, I wish I knew kind of the expenses and like the cost of everything and how expensive it was. So you do have to be mindful about that and what you're spending. Number 2, the social scene is not like a typical college experience. Everyone's groups are very small. 3, there are not a lot of parties here. That's it, period. 4, it's a hard adjustment moving far away from home. I didn't think it was gonna be that far, but it's far. Like you will feel secluded and stuff at times, but I promise you'll get used to it, and I promise everything will be okay. And 5, you will meet your people, just give it time. Just like anywhere you're gonna be, like it's gonna take time. Like, so be easy on yourself, we'll find your people. I promise. Okay, you guys. Okay. I really hope this video was either informational. Why can't I say this word? I hope this video was helpful and useful for you guys. I really kind of just hope I answered all of your guys' questions, because I want you guys to be able to like feel like you have sufficient information about making your decision if you want to come here or not. And also, I just want to give a disclaimer. All this was just my personal experience. Everyone here definitely will have a different experience. If you guys have any other questions, literally DM me, comment. Just please reach out, because I definitely want to give everybody kind of the best insight into what going to school looks like. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will have a new video out later on this week, so go check that out. Follow for more Hawaii content. I will see you guys next time.